Alright, hello guys. Budget Artist here with Team Lycris, or Trey, the
Hola.
VA. We're officially known as Team Lycris here on YouTube, but that's besides the point. Today we're going to be doing a DDD deck profile. I got this deck about mid 2018, so thanks to the compliments of Trey.
Hola. Again.
Um, I've really been enjoying this deck. Um, it's very fun. You can spam out a bunch of boss monsters really fast, and the deck is very consistent. So let's just hop right into the deck profile. So very standard. You play three Soul Slimes. He's your main fusion card. His effect is you could send him to the hand and fusion summon a DDD monster using hands, including this card in your hand, obviously. But he also has another effect where you can banish himself to special summon back a DD, sorry, from your graveyard. So he's just an all-around good monster. I don't see why you wouldn't run him at 3. And then 3 Necro Slimes. Now people ask, or some people say that, oh, you should only run him at 2, blah blah blah. But I run him at 3 because there are a lot of cards in this deck that require that you pitch a card, or you can pitch a card to the graveyard. And so that's where you can do a lot of your fusion summoning too. And then also I run Foolish, so you can send him to the graveyard too. And then when he has this banish effect where he banishes himself to the graveyard to fusion summon. And then there's a card in the deck that I'll get into later that reoccurs banished cards. And then for another standard 3 Lamia, sorry. She just special summons herself back from banishing 1 DD. Pretty standard. She's a tuner, so she's good with the synchro plays. I don't see why you wouldn't run 3. Just another good 3 of to have. And then we have DDD Oblivion King. He's my favorite card. I just like the way he looks and the artwork or whatever. But when he's normal special summoned, you can I could target 1 DDD monster in my graveyard and special summon it. So that's pretty good.
A little monster reborn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't really use them for the skills, but they're there. Now the next one, I only run 3 of because he's just a scale, just a name in the scale.
And he's a searcher.
He's a searcher, but we don't use his pendulum effect because it's bad. It's a bad pendulum effect. We don't use it. So, another 3 of just for the scale and the name. And he's a searcher, so why not? And then Copernicus, 3 Copernicus.
That's a Newton.
Oh, 2. Sorry, 2 Copernicus. He's able to search. He can either pitch a DD to the graveyard, or he can add a dark contract from your deck to your hand. So, is that right? Yeah. Well, no, they send them both to the graveyard, so you could pitch your Necro Slime and get your plays off there. So, it's really good. 2 Newtons. Don't really use this card. Don't really see him often. That doesn't matter. He's just a scale. That's pretty much it. Not much to say on this guy. I don't normal summon him. His pendulum effect is okay. Even though I don't really run trap effects, that would damage me.
I mean, his effect is pretty decent. You pitch him and then you add 1 from the graveyard.
Now, Vice Typhoon. People are like, ew, Vice Typhoon, why do you run 2? Some people don't even run him. But I run him because, when I pendulum summon, it makes it easier to tribute summon this guy. And then when he's tribute summoned, I can special summon a level 7. And then plus, when he's in my graveyard during my main phase, I could fusion summon a DDD card using cards in my graveyard, including that card. So, that's pretty good. And then DD Ghost, I run 2 of. He's okay. So what he does is that he can once he's sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 card in your graveyard or target 1 card in your banish pile, send a card with the same name as that to the graveyard, and add that banish card back to your graveyard. So you can do summon DD, say DD Ghost is already in your graveyard. say, and then you have your Necro Slime banished. You can send another Necro Slime to the graveyard, add that one back to your graveyard and fusion summon. And he's another tuner, so he's good for the synchro plays too. Now, this is the most controversial thing in this deck probably. One Ash Blossom. Not because I don't want to run 3, but because I don't have the money for 3. And it's like, oh, it's just a couple cents. Well, all the card shops are closed down right now due to
Corona.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and put that over there and move on to our spells. We got a pretty interesting spell lineup. So you got your 3 standard Swamp King.
I've seen people play this one at 2.
Yeah. I like playing it at 3, just for more consistent draws or whatever. But he's just a he's just a free fusion summon, and then you can also fusion summon from the graveyard. One thing to note with this card, DDs are DDDs, but DDDs are not DDs. So take that as you will.
Oh yeah, and each contract inflicts 1,000 or 2,000 damage to you.
Yeah, so that's
depending on the contract.
That's where most of our extra deck comes in. Not most, but some of our extra deck comes in. Gate is just a free search. It's a Stratos of the deck. You can search is it DDD? DD and or Dark Card. Wait, no.
It's just a DD.
Yeah, just search a DD. That's it. So like if you don't start your turn off with Soul Slime or something you need to go off, you can always just use that.
And more draw power.
3 allure, because they're all dark monsters. And then plus they can help your DD Ghost use his effect in the graveyard, so I don't see why you wouldn't use them. Draw 2, pitch 1, banish 1, sorry. And then for our 1-ofs, we won 1 entities, 1 for 1, and 1 foolish.
Alright, why do you run entities?
Entities is because I do a lot of like fusion and synchro summoning and all that, and they gain effects depending on what what summoning method I use, which is very good. I like this card. I wouldn't run it any more than at 1. Sometimes I think about taking this card out, siding it for something else, but I don't run a side deck, so yeah.
And I believe that one you have to pay 2,000 life points each standby phase.
Yeah, 2,000. And then 1 for 1 and foolish are only at
understandable.
Because obviously.
No Monster Reborn?
No. For our traps, we run 2 blazing.
Yeah, blazing.
Sorry. It's not targeted removal. I don't see why you wouldn't use it.
I mean, it's not targeting, but it is by a card effect though, so
yeah,
it's kind of.
It's not targeted removal, so it handles a lot of the decks where it's like cards can't be targeted.
And if you have Arc on the field, you gain the life points instead.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I use that. Compulsory, another non-targeting.
It targets.
Oh, it's just free removal. Like that's pretty much all I use it for.
Multi-faker?
1 entities, 1 witch, and 1 solemn warning. Obviously solemn warning, because pay life points. If I have Arc on the field, I gain that instead.
No, it's pay as cost. Sadly, it's not effect damage. Sadly.
Okay. Whatever. This card right here is broken. Cause if I have 2 pendulum cards, 2 DD pendulum cards, my opponent can't tribute monsters, they can't target monsters on the field, they cannot XC, Synchro, or Fusion summon, but they can Link summon. And I take 1,000 each turn, which is kind of broken. And this card is just
it's just there.
I just gain that. Each one of my DDDs or DDs gain 1,000, and I could send 1 Dark Contract or DD from my deck to my hand or graveyard. Sorry.
Now onto the extra deck.
Yep. So we're just gonna do it like this. So for our fusion lineup, we run 1 Genghis, 1 Arc, 1 Flame Genghis, height, 1 Beowulf, 1 Oblivion King, and 1 Abyss. Is that it? Purple Armageddon, sorry.
So why do you run these 2? Like most people don't really run these at all.
They're just beat sticks. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's literally the only reason why I run them. So for the extra deck, we're just gonna do it like this. One Flame King, one Oracle Dark, a High Flame King, Beowulf, um, Oblivion, and Armageddon.
Alright, why do you run these two?
So these two are just beat sticks. That's the only reason why I run them. Like he has an equip effect where he can equip a monster that your opponent controls to this card, so it doesn't destroy the monster. So you know, but this one you can destroy a monster on the field and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack.
Oh dang.
So that's pretty good. Um, it fails to cards like against Vrash, like, cause
Yeah.
Vrash is like
No.
no.
Have you ever thought of bumping this card up to 2?
Well, I had this card at 2, but I subbed it in for another Siegfried, because Siegfried's a really good card, and 1 right now is pretty good because I can always reoccur it in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
But this card's a negate. This card's another beat stick, and this card's a special summon when you special summon another level 5.
Alright.
So that's pretty much it for the fusion monsters. Let's move on to the synchros. So we have Gust King, Siegfried, another Siegfried, and an Alexander. Siegfried is a really good card. Siegfried's just a negate. So your opponent doesn't do anything like called by, negate, and stuff like that. High King, I mean Gust King. I really don't go into Gust King. He's more in the deck. So like if I ever get lucky and I have a Flame King, I can overlay into Wave King. But I never do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the synchros.
Question on the main deck. Why
What's
didn't
up?
you run Thomas?
Thomas? I would run Thomas if I could find Thomas.
True.
So that's the only reason why I don't run him. For XEs, 1. I would run Caliuga, the best one, but I don't have Caliuga, the best one. So we're just stuck with Wave King. And again,
Garbage.
we go into Wave King using this one, Gust King,
And probably Arc.
and Flame King, because Arc is level 7.
Oh, Arc is level 7.
And that's pretty much it for the XCs. So now for the links. Mad Archfiend, or Master King Archfiend, sorry.
Just generic Link arrows.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And Tooth Fiend monsters and life point boost if I have a dark on the field. So, but now for the main extra deck monster.
So, question.
What's
Why
up?
are you running them at 3?
Why am I running Gilgamesh at 3?
Because some people run them at 2 or 1.
Well, I'm not those people. And Gilgamesh is one of the best support cards that I've ever seen. Because he's like...
For DDDs?
Yeah, because he's a free pendulum. He gives you free pendulums. He can... When he's destroyed, you can special summon the DDD back. And, running him at 3, there's no penalty. Like, you don't lose anything from running him at 3 because your extra deck isn't part of your main deck, so you're not going to be drawing this card. And you can't brick if you have this card in your extra deck, so, I try to optimize him as much as possible because he's literally, like, one of the best cards that I've ever seen. And, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. This is Budget Artist and Trade the VA signing off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff, and share the video with at least one friend.
Please, we're desperate. Alright, see ya.